Hi folks, Thomas Henson here with thomashenson.com, and today is another episode of Big Data, Big Questions, but this is really a very special episode, and I know I have a lot of very special episodes, but this one's special because this one I want to address kind of some behind the scenes of how I go about recording my videos and how I really go about editing. And this came up because of the fact that I really wanted to show everybody on this last video that we had called Landing Data Engineering Role and Never Give Up. I thought it was a very special episode. I was pretty excited about it. I was a little nervous, kind of, is it too motivational, so to speak, right? Because really the message behind it is what I truly believe, like never give up trying to learn and trying to continue to grow your career. And growing your career can be, starting off brand new in the field of IT or data engineering, or somebody with 20 years experience that's never coded before that wants to start coding or wants to start doing things from a data science perspective. So all that being said, going through that video, I put it out there, got a lot of really good reception, some kudos and things like that. And it was awesome, right? Like I had a question that had came in that somebody was working with, but my sound was messed up. So I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe how I missed that. And I knew I've been working on some things with some sound, but for it to happen on this video was really like, oh man, I'm really kind of bummed out by it. So thanks everybody for telling me in the comment section and bringing it to my attention. And you brought it to my attention in great ways too. It wasn't like, oh man, you're horrible, Thomas. You have bad video. It was like, hey, really like to hear this, but the sound is a little bit messed up. So I'm gonna do a little behind the scenes and tell you kind of where I think that went wrong. So what I use Camtasia. So I'm a Pluralsight author, do a lot of videos there. This is the tool that I started using, I think before I even started doing YouTube videos. I used Camtasia here. So it allows for screen captures. It allows for me to do what I'm doing right now. So giving you the opportunity to see the screen and also a little picture of me as well as I talk into it. So really what's been going on is I've switched cameras to, just got this camera bundle with Canon and specifically this Rode mic. And so you can see this is a Rode mic. I'm really addicted to Rode mics, and even in my last workflow, I was using a Rode mic as well. So this one actually hooks into the iPhone and I'm able to record. And I was doing my audio and my video separately. So I had to clap and then go ahead and match up all the videos. So I streamlined the system. This thing, it was over $1,000. It was a huge purchase for me, but I've been making so many videos. I kind of promised myself that if I kept on and got to a point that I would try to invest in a camera here, and I could use it for other things too around the family. So I've got two smaller kids that are one that's really involved in dance and some of the other things, and a son who will probably be pretty active too. So it's not just for big data, big questions, but it kind of is, right? That's like how I justified it with my wife. It's like, oh, we can do some other things. Anyway, long story short, this was going to speed up my production and my development from the perspective of not having to match up the audio a lot. I'm still testing it. You've probably heard on some of these where I've got some echoes going on. And so one of the things that I've been doing is within Camtasia here, you can see that I've already got the information pulled up, but I'm going to pull it here and see audio effects. And so with audio effects, one of the things you can do is you can do noise removal. So you can hear like a lot of background. Like I'm purposely doing this video right now with my air conditioner going. So maybe you can hear that, maybe you can't, depending on the way this mic works. But on this new mic, it picks up a lot more information, or a lot more of the background noise. And it also gives a little bit more of an echo because I'm a little further away. Great picture, everything like that. Still trying to dial in that sound. So what I've been doing is I've been playing around with the noise removal. And when I pulled this in and did some of the options here, now with some of my Pluralsight videos, it's a little bit easier because this is the setup I've been using. Having to go to this new setup, so it's a little bit different. So I've been experimenting with it. All through that experimenting, I really didn't hear in this last video where it wasn't coming in on the right hand side, and then even when I listened to it on the video before I produced it, same thing. But then when I heard it on my phone later on that day, I was like, whoa. I was listening through it actually through my car, and it was only coming on the left side. But when you see the promo, it was coming in both ways. long story short, I thought originally I had done something here with the sensitivity or the amount, because I've been playing with it, and then the gain as well. But really the gain is just making, you can see that kind of jumping up here. Maybe it's more important for me to select on this one. So you can see as the gain comes in here, sorry about that. As I was saying here, I had a little technical difficulties. A little guest jumped in here, so I'm speeding ahead to this. But you can see the gain here, it's really just making that sound quality. So what I was able to do is I kept the gain at 100, but I played around with the sensitivity on this noise removal, because using the noise removal is great, but sometimes you sound like you're underwater, you know, trying to mimic it here. But so that was one of the things I did. So I was like, man, maybe that's what happened from the left and right. But once again, came in. You know, I'm going to break it down and just kind of talk. Now that I'm really paying attention to it, I believe in life. It's not really that loud on the right-hand side. So, went back to the camera, looked, and lo and behold, I think I found the issue. I think this wasn't plugged in all the way. It's such an amateur mistake. So, but I'm an amateur. So a little bit behind the scenes for it. Thanks everybody for the nice comments. Thanks for tuning in and being a part of this channel as we grow and learn things. Sometimes we're learning things that aren't just data engineering or IT specific, right? Sometimes we're learning how to produce videos or some of the techniques I use. If you like this video, tell me more if you kind of want to see some of the behind the scenes. And always, you know, tell me your thoughts. Tell me how you like the videos. Make sure you subscribe. If this is your this is the first video that you've watched and you subscribe, that's amazing, right? Like you're like, wait a minute, I'm gonna watch this guy talk about how he messed up the sound on one video. So no, but I appreciate everybody, and hopefully this was a fun video for everybody to kind of walk through and see kind of what goes on behind the scenes. So thanks, and I'll see you again next time on Big Data, Big Questions.